Hi, I'm Lou, and welcome to Barbecue Lou's How to Grill and How to Barbecue Correctly for your next grilling or barbecuing event. Now, I've created a barbecue sauce that I've tested out in markets. It's really good. A lot of people have been asking for it, so I'm in the process right now of trying to get that patented and get it out on a website. So if you want to order it, feel free, you can go ahead and order it. But what I really want to accomplish here is I want to put together a series of videos of how to cook good food. So if you're having your next barbecue event, you want to cook some ribs, some pulled pork, whatever it is, you're going to have the instructions of how to prepare everything correctly and at what temperatures to cook it. Now there's two types of cooking. There's barbecuing, which is low and slow, usually about 250 degrees and lower. And then there's grilling. That's high heat over direct heat. You're looking 400 degrees and above. Tonight in the first video we're going to be cooking filet. A lot of people like steaks. I think this is a great way to start the video series. And what we've done is we've taken 4 fillets, and I've already put some butter on them. They've come up to room temperature. I put some butter on them so it can help our seasoning stick to the steak. And then I'll show you the temperature at which we're going to be doing the grilling at outside. We're preparing this inside today because it's 30 degrees outside. It's cold, and I don't want to be out there doing this. Alright, so what we're going to do, let's look at these steaks here. Like I said before, they've come to room temperature, and I brushed them with some melted butter. Melted butter on a steak is another key aspect to really getting the taste you want, especially if you want to impress your guests. It's a great substitute for oil. Oil is good too, and the key purpose for me is it's going to help it not stick to the grill when I take it outside and throw it on the grill. So what we're going to do first is we're going to season both sides with salt and pepper. Both sides, I believe, need to be salt and pepper. These steaks are about 1.5 inches thick, so you got to be pretty liberal with the salt and pepper. Like I said, we're going to do both sides. I'll flip these over. And again, both sides have been brushed with melted butter. And we're going to salt and pepper these sides as well. And what I'm going to do next is something where I think there's a big misconception. You hear a lot about rubs, and in my opinion, every piece of meat you have should have a rub. Now, the big question is how to rub it, what do you use? First and foremost, I'm going to say you can use any store-bought rub that you find in the store, anything you're liking. Today, I'm going to use some Weber Chicago steak seasoning, and it looks like McCormick steak rub. I'll do 2 of each. But the key here, because we have a good piece of meat, it's 1.5 inches thick, the flavor of the meat's what's most important. These rubs and the salt and pepper is going to add to it, but you don't want to take away from the taste of the meat. So what we're going to do is we're just going to season one side, and we're going to season that side pretty liberally because when we have it out on the grill, we want all those flavors to melt together. So if we go down here, back down to the steak, we're going to take 2 of these, and we're going to put some of this McCormick on it. And you just dump it on there first, and then you're going to rub it in, get it nice and pat it on there so it's sticking, and that's where the melted butter is going to come in. A little bit more on. And then for the other 2, we're going to try the Chicago steak rub from Weber. Alright, and that's really all the preparation you need for the steak. The biggest part of getting that juicy steak that's nice and crusty on the inside, has a warm pink middle on the inside, is going to be how you grill it. And that's where we're going to go next. We're going to step outside where I've preheated my grill. We're going to be using a gas grill today. Reason for gas, it's convenient tonight, it's cold out, and really it's got a big surface. I just want to show you, how the steaks go on, how many times you flip them, and then the different times for each of it. So we're going to flip it twice. Once, we're going to set it down, rub side down, then we're going to flip it again, and that's going to be it. We're going to take them off, let them rest for about 5 minutes, then we'll cut into them and I'll show you what they look like. Alright, so we're outside now. The grill is heated up. It's about 525 degrees. What we're going to do is we're going to put 2 steaks on right now, and we're going to wait a couple minutes before we put the other 2 on. My wife likes her steaks a little bit more well done than I do. These steaks are about 1.5 inches thick. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them on the seasoned side down against the grate for about 8 minutes for a well done steak, and then we're going to flip it for another 6. Now for my steaks, I'm going to do 6 minutes on the seasoned side, and then 4 minutes on the non-seasoned side, because I enjoy my steaks a little bit more on the rare side. So with the grill being this warm, we should hear a little bit of a sizzle as we put them down. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I didn't oil the grates up because I have the butter on here and I clean my grill after each usage. So those 2 steaks are going on right now. Another key that you got to remember when you're cooking steaks and you want them to come out good is don't touch them. Do not touch them. Leave the lid down. The grill acts as an oven. It's going to cook your steaks. You don't want to be lifting it up and letting all the heat out. So we're going to keep that on. And then about 2 more minutes, I'm going to add my steaks. And then when we're all done, I'll take them off. I'll bring them inside. We'll look at them. We'll cut into one to show you the doneness of it. And then I'll go ahead and I'll plate it up for you. But again, just the next step is using, with this gas grill, is getting the grill preheated up to 500 degrees. If you want to oil the grates, go ahead, oil them. I don't, because I use the oil on my food or butter or whatever it is I'm using. So we'll be back in a few minutes and we'll show you the finished product. All right, we're back outside real quick. I want to leave you with another great tip, because sometimes you're cooking a lot of steaks, sometimes you do peek, you look at the steaks, but without sticking a probe in to the meat to find the internal temperature so you know if it's rare, medium well, or well done, there's a better way. I never ever poke my food with anything because I don't want any of the juices to run out. That's the reason why I only flip them once. So what we're going to do, and if we get a close-up here of my finger, you're going to take your palm and you're going to put your pointer finger and your thumb together, and you're going to press right here. Now you're going to squeeze these two together like you're pinching something, and you're going to press right here. That give is going to be the same give on the steak. If it feels like that, your steak's going to be probably closer to medium rare. Now if you take your next finger and touch your thumb, and you touch on that same spot, you're looking at more of a medium steak. And you'll feel this as you touch your fingers. Remember, squeeze a little bit, almost like you're pinching something. And then if you go to your third finger, that's going to be medium well. You're going to feel how firm this is. And then finally, your pinky, there's going to be no bounce back, really. That's well done. So when we look at the steaks here, now they're getting pretty much done. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to touch them. Now that one to me feels like it's medium. These are my steaks. This one feels like it's about medium rare. That's medium rare. Now these two steaks I put on a little bit earlier, and the bounce is not nearly as much. It's probably about medium well right now. So we're going to close that. We're going to let them cook for a little bit more. I want to make sure I threw some mushrooms on in the back to grill them up to have with the steak. But that's another tip I wanted to leave you with, so you know that your meat is done. You don't ever want to serve someone a rare steak if they like their steak well done. So when we come back, we'll be inside looking at everything, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're back inside. Another key aspect when you're cooking steaks is to let them rest. We've let each of these steaks rest from about 5 to 10 minutes. You don't want to just take off the steaks, throw them onto a plate, have your guests cut into the steaks and see how the juices just run out, and then there's no flavor left. So what we did, set them out here. We're going to cut into one of mine to show you the finished product. And what we have, this steak should come out a little bit on the rare side, and it has. You see the pink here is a little bit of brown on the edges, pink in the middle, just how I like my steaks. We'll give it a test, see how they taste. Perfect. Now, just as a note, you're watching this video because you may have a party or something upcoming. Red wine goes great with steaks. That'll really put them on top, but I can assure you that the food is going to be the hit of the party. All your guests are going to love it, and they're going to be wanting to cook more and more and more. Thanks again for watching the first video of how to barbecue and grill just different types of food. Tonight's steak. Our next videos are going to include ribs, brisket, pulled pork, really anything I throw on the grill. I've got a lot of grills. They all have a certain purpose. And I hope you enjoyed this and look forward to having you watch some more down the road. Thanks.